Good afternoon. I'm Ralph Ferguson, Managing Director of the Texas Tech University Ethics Center. This evening, or this afternoon I should say, we're visiting with Mr. Cory Powell, head of our Mentor Tech program. And we're going to talk with Mr. Powell about the importance of a Global Ethics Day, and then discuss with him what Mentor Tech does for the university here at Texas Tech University, and how it serves all students that attend Texas Tech University, both domestic and international students. So, Cory, welcome.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Thank you for coming out. Well, my first question is that we've got a Global Ethics Day coming up, and I'd like for you to kind of speak to the idea. Why does cultivating a Global Ethics Day have value? Can you just give us some of your thoughts on that briefly?
Well, I think it's very, very important because the demography of our world is such that there's so much richness with diverse populations and different ethnic groups. And so I think it's wonderful whenever we can pull individuals together to celebrate the richness of diversity, but also specifically in terms of ethics. As our students are, and I always tell our students that they're competing in a global society.
Exactly.
And as they're preparing to interface with individuals from around the world, it's so important that they understand diversity, but also how ethics plays a role in every part of their life, whether it is just their general interactions or in their professional relationships. And so as Texas Tech is committed to creating an environment that is conducive to ethical leadership, and as Texas Tech is committed to helping prepare students for the global society and to compete globally, so relevant and important that students not only know how to compete on a global basis, but also that they're globally competent. And along with that is very important is ethical leadership. And so having an ethics day, I think, supports the mission of the university and our goal as a university of producing students who are world-class.
Thank you. That's very good response to that question. So basically what we were trying to do is just sensitize our students to the transitions that are taking place around the world.
Absolutely.
And have them ready to be engaged.
Absolutely.
Let's move a little bit to a different direction, because you head up a very, very important program here at Texas Tech. So what is the significance of Texas Tech University having a Mentor Tech program? Can you kind of give us a brief overview of that?
Sure. So Mentor Tech pairs students with faculty and staff members to assist in their academic, cultural, and social adjustment to the university. We see our role as being very important to helping to not only recruit, but helping to retain students. What we do is we pair students with faculty and staff members, and we match them based on their career interest. It's based on their, sometimes it's based on ethnicity, because both the mentor and protege can tell us how they want to be matched, or it can be a strictly academic relationship. It can be a relationship based on their interests, their hobbies. And so what we have is a number of workshops and events designed to help students along the way. So academically, time management, reading and writing on a collegiate level, effective communication with faculty members, so helping them learn how to interface with their faculty members, networking. We have a great partnership that is designed to help them meet those individuals in the market, in the industries that they're interested in, so that before they graduate, they already have contacts that can help them, whether it's going to graduate school or going to law school or medical school or engineering, that there are individuals that we bring in who will sit down at a round table and just interface with them to help them with internships and employment and shadowing opportunities.
Well, thank you for that clarification about Mentor Tech, because I suspect not many universities have something like a Mentor Tech. Is that correct?
Well,
yes or no?
What we're finding is certainly when we started back in 2002, there were a handful of universities that had mentoring programs, formal mentoring programs in some capacity. Over the course of the last 14 years, certainly that has grown. But as far as the size of our program, our research and that of some of the leading professionals within the mentoring circles indicates that we have the largest faculty staff mentoring program in the country.
But let me move to the next question, because this is relates to that. How do you perceive the Texas Tech University commitment to Mentor Tech enrich the well-being of students?
I think it's a very, very vital part. We cannot just limit our view of students to academics. There's so many different components and aspects that factor in to whether or not a student will be successful. And so Mentor Tech has been very fortunate to have the support of our administrators on our campus and in our system, so that students come in and they're just not a number. Because a campus of this size, it's easy for a student to feel alienated. It's easy for them to feel, like I'm just a number, but our program is designed to give them that one-on-one contact. In addition to have that faculty, staff, or graduate student mentor, they have a student who is a veteran who's been in the program at least a year, who is coming up in the same major or within the same college that student is pursuing their degree in. So they have some peer support in addition to the faculty, staff support. So the administration's commitment is very, very important, because we would not be able to have served over 2,400 students had we not had that commitment. Our program continues to grow every year. Currently, we have over 900 people in the program right now.
So Texas Tech is really doing a savvy thing to help retain and graduate students, is what it boils down to.
Absolutely, and one thing that we found is that statistics and research suggest that mentoring programs help improve students' performance academically and the retention. And then on the business sector, you see that Fortune 500 companies are in many ways saying that mentoring is key to helping with employee retention. So what we're seeing is that on the global market, mentoring is being used. So when students get jobs, whether it's with Microsoft or others, there's some type of mentoring component that they can come and be a part of. So it makes sense that universities have mentoring programs now, so it kind of helps the students prepare for what's to come later on.
I got you. What would you like for parents to know about Mentor Tech programs when their sons or daughters select Texas Tech?
I think one of the important things is, I have a son who will soon graduate and be going away to college, and there's always a concern of what's going to happen when my son or daughter is out of my reach, and you want them to have the opportunity to flourish and to spread their wings and find their voice, but you also want to make sure that they're in a safe, supported environment. And so I think programs such as Mentor Tech help give the parents the assurance that if their student is having a problem on campus, whether it be academically or whether it be socially or culturally, that there's someone there as an advocate for them, someone who interfaces. And that's what I want parents to know about our program, is that there are over 300 mentors in our program right now who are faculty, staff members, or graduate students who volunteer their time to help their students.
And so Mentor Tech demonstrate that well-being with the different programs and gatherings and the partnerships across campus.
Absolutely. We partner with every college, and several corporate entities are also partners, both locally and nationally known corporate entities support what we're doing.
What are your thoughts on the inclusion of international students in Mentor Tech projects and programs?
Well, one, I think, as we talked about earlier, the importance of understanding that the world is expanding, and through the internet and through technology, we can interface with individuals from all over the world. And on the local level here on campus, I tell our students that this is perhaps the most diverse environment that they'll ever be in. And I think that's important because it gives the student an opportunity to expand his or her view of the world, but also it gives them an opportunity to gain just new contacts and helps put things into context. And so for us, international students' involvement is it's a natural fit for what we're doing.
Well, with the world in transition now, and of course more new Americans from different cultures coming in, are you able to work international students into the mentor process? And what is the benefit for the international student and the domestic student when they participate together in the mentoring?
But when we talk about that cross-pollination, that happens when people from different backgrounds and different perspectives interact. I think there's something great that happens. I like to think of it more as like a big garden salad where the lettuce and the tomato and the onions and the croutons and the different dressings, all of those different things provide a flavor when they are put together that you would not get or experience when it's just one part. And it does not in any way mean that I lose my identity. It doesn't mean that I have to abandon my heritage or my culture. It just means that together we can experience something greater than if we were all isolated. So for me, whether it's through our mentors working collaboratively to work with our students or our students working with each other, I think it's a great opportunity. Global Ethics Day and things like pull together people so that we get a shared perspective. We get to share our experiences, and we all leave better having had the encounter than if we hadn't.
And the last question for us to talk about is, what would you like to say to future domestic and international students that consider coming to Texas Tech University?
Well, I actually believe, and I'm an alumnus of Texas Tech, that my choice of attending Texas Tech was one of the best decisions I ever made. I grew up in San Antonio and attended what would have been considered a pretty inner city school, predominantly African American and Hispanic high school. And when it came time for me to choose my college, I had plenty of friends and opportunities to go to HBCUs or to go to colleges that were close to home. And I made the decision to come to a university that was quite different than my experience in high school, because I recognized that the world was broader than what I had been exposed to. And so for me, coming to Tech proved to be the most beneficial decision in that it pushed me outside of my comfort zone. It forced me to become engaged with individuals who did not look like me or share my background or experiences. And it also provided me with opportunities to find my voice. It gave me opportunities to be a leader. It gave me opportunities to blossom and to bloom. It gave me opportunities to challenge what I had experienced and what I had been exposed to. We're all the collection of our experiences and our exposures. So we have to push the envelope, or we can be comfortable where we are. So to future prospective students, I would say Texas Tech is a great place to learn. It's a great place to grow. It's a great place to spread your wings. There are great supportive offices and entities and programs on this campus that really will help you find your voice and help you cultivate your interest and hone your skills and have you leave better prepared to compete globally and to interface and to go after whatever your dreams or goals are. So we'd love to have you here.
Cory, I want to thank you for articulating what Mentor Tech does so well and the importance of ethics as students move into the academics and how they move through academics out into the world of work. Thank you for coming down and chatting.
Thank you for your work and for your presence on the campus. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for students and faculty and the general population to grow, and so we appreciate the work that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.